hundreds of celebrities that I've done business with, done things with. And during the latter years of our relationship, Will was not my friend. I was his friend. I could tell you what goes on on the inside. Everybody else is just speculation. And then I've saw acts that when I walked in on.
Who'd you walk in on?
Him and Dwayne Martin. Door to Dwayne's dressing room, and that's when I see Dwayne and having sex with Will. There was a couch, and Will was bent over on the couch, and Dwayne was standing up, killing, like murder. It was there.
Oh my God.
Once upon a time, Will Smith was seen as one of Hollywood's safest and most beloved superstars. For years, he dominated the box office with massive blockbuster hits throughout the 2000s and 2010s. His image seemed untouchable, a clean reputation, family man brand, and global superstar status that studios trusted again and again. But in recent years, that polished image has started to crack. The public perception around Will slowly shifted, and the change caught a lot of people off guard. The same actor who once seemed universally respected suddenly became the center of endless online debates and jokes.
Here's why you should never be like Will Smith. Will Smith has put a lot of great disappointment on me and a lot of men in the last few years based on his decision to stay with a woman that does not like him. He has been emasculated by his wife time and time again. If it's not her posting Tupac on her birthday, it's her having an entanglement, it's her saying they're not in a relationship for 5 years. Will Smith is the perfect example of a man that doesn't know his worth. Because if he did, if he understood that he is actually Will Smith, there's no way he would be tolerating this. You cannot pick a woman that does not like you. High interest only, not women who look at you as the rebound guy.
One major turning point came when Jada Pinkett Smith openly discussed their unconventional marriage and her past relationships. Those conversations spread quickly across the internet, and social media turned Will into a viral talking point overnight.
Hey bro, you know that friend your girlfriend or boyfriend tells you not to worry about, meanwhile they're really close? Well, Jada Pinkett had one of those friends, and his name was Tupac Shakur. See, Will Smith had a problem. He just started dating this girl named Jada Pinkett, and she just keeps talking about Tupac. Will Smith said, why you keep talking about Tupac?
Memes flooded every platform, and people would not stop clowning him. Then came the moment that shocked the entire world, the Oscars incident.
It's like, please, Lord. Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? that was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Richard. Oh, wow.
When Will walked on stage and struck Chris Rock live on a broadcast while defending his wife, many expected the moment would restore respect. Instead, it had the opposite effect. For many fans, that night became the breaking point. And just when it seemed like things could not get any messier, a new controversy appeared. Recently, a former employee of Will Smith filed a lawsuit that sparked another wave of attention. The case was brought by Brian King, Joseph, a professional violinist who worked during Will Smith's 2025 tour. Before the lawsuit was filed, Brian had posted a vague video online suggesting he experienced inappropriate conduct while working for a powerful figure in the entertainment industry.
Hey everybody, I just wanted to talk about something really important. Earlier this year, I was hired to be a performer on a major tour with somebody who is huge in the industry. So I was excited, proud of myself for getting the opportunity. Unfortunately, some things happened, and I can't get into the details of exactly what that was, because it's already a legal issue right now. But the reason why I'm speaking out about this is because getting fired or getting blamed or shamed or threatened or anything like that, simply for reporting sexual misconduct or safety threats at work, is not okay. And I know that there's a lot of other people out there who have been afraid to speak up, and I understand. And if that's you, I see you. And that's pretty much it. More updates to come soon.
At the time, almost nobody noticed. His platform was small and the video slipped under the radar. But weeks later, everything changed when Brian officially filed legal action against Will Smith and his production company Trey Ball Studios. The lawsuit includes allegations of sexual harassment, wrongful termination, and behavior Bryan describes as predatory. According to the filing, Will Smith hired him for the tour in 2024. Bryan claims that shortly after joining the project, Smith began giving him an unusual level of personal attention that went beyond a typical professional relationship. The lawsuit alleges that Smith frequently sought private time alone with him and told him they shared a special connection that was different from anyone else on the tour.
So Will Smith is being sued for sexual harassment by his violinist. And let's get into the details because we're only 2 days into 2026 and this is already a very bizarre lawsuit. Now, essentially what's triggered the lawsuit is this incident where he says that he was on tour. Will Smith's production company had booked the hotel for him. He got to the hotel and he thinks that somebody had been in there already. Well, he's saying that they were because there was an empty beer bottle, some wipes and a bottle of HIV medication and a note that said, "Bryan, I'll be back no later than 5:30, just us," with a heart, and it was signed Stone F. Yet kind of sounds like you just walked into the wrong hotel room. Because I just don't think arse wipes and HIV pills is turning anybody on. Also, the note wasn't signed by Will Smith. But then when he brought this up to them, they said that he was just making it up and they never investigated it. And then a couple of days later, he was fired, which arguably would be more of a wrongful termination case than sexual harassment. But the whole thing is just strange. If I enter my hotel room and there's a load of stuff in there, do you not go straight to the hotel and say what's going on with my room? Because if he's gone to Will Smith's management and starts throwing around Will Smith has been in my room when Will Smith hadn't been in his room, then I could understand why he would get fired. But now the reason why they think the motive of this could have been Will Smith literally basically just comes down to this, where he says that Will Smith was spending more one-on-one time with him and he once told him, "You and I have a special connection." And I think the full quote is one that I don't have with anybody else, which I think we can all agree is a stretch for sexual harassment. The guy gave you, okay, maybe a compliment that was a little bit too close to home, but then you found a load of random stuff in your hotel room and put two and two together and ended up jobless.
At first, Bryan says he saw it as encouragement from a powerful figure in the industry, but over time, he claims the situation started to feel uncomfortable. According to the lawsuit, the situation reached a tense moment during a tour stop in Las Vegas in March 2025. Bryan says that after returning to his hotel room, he noticed signs that someone may have entered without his permission. There were no signs of forced entry, which made the situation even more confusing. Earlier that day, he claims his bag containing his hotel key had gone missing while under tour management's control. Inside the room, he says he found several items that did not belong to him, including wipes, a beer bottle, a red backpack, hospital paperwork, and prescription medication labeled with someone else's name. He also claims he discovered a handwritten note that read, "Bryan, I'll be back no later than 5:30, just us," followed by a heart symbol. According to Bryan, the message made him feel uneasy because it suggested someone planned to return later. After finding the note, he reported the situation to hotel security, contacted local police through a non-emergency line, and notified Smith's representatives. Bryan says hotel security later reviewed surveillance footage and claimed that only individuals connected to Will Smith's management team were seen entering and leaving the area near his room. According to the lawsuit, there was no sign of an outside break-in, which raised further questions about who had access to the room. Bryan says he brought those concerns directly to Smith's management and asked for an explanation. Instead, he claims, the concerns were dismissed. The lawsuit alleges that a member of the management team accused him of fabricating the story, and shortly afterward, he was removed from the tour. Days later, he was told the production was moving in a different direction. Bryan says that explanation felt suspicious, especially after another violinist reportedly replaced him soon after. In the lawsuit, he argues that the timing suggests retaliation for speaking up. Bryan also claims the situation reflects what he describes as grooming behavior, saying he was gradually placed in a vulnerable position under the appearance of mentorship and opportunity. According to his filing, the attention and access slowly built trust before the situation escalated. Brian says once he refused to participate in anything that crossed his personal boundaries, his role on the tour quickly disappeared. Because of this, he is seeking compensation for wrongful termination, harassment, and emotional distress. Will Smith's legal team has strongly denied all of the allegations. In a statement responding to the lawsuit, a representative said, "Mr. Joseph's allegations concerning my client are false, baseless, and reckless. They're categorically denied, and we will pursue all legal remedies available to address these claims and ensure the truth comes to light." The lawsuit is still ongoing, and no court has reached the final decision. At the same time, the controversy has reignited online discussions about rumors that have followed Will Smith for years. Some of those rumors resurfaced after a man claiming to be Will Smith's former assistant made accusations during a 2023 interview, alleging he witnessed Will Smith and actor Dwayne Martin in an intimate situation. Smith's representatives quickly denied the story, and both Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith publicly dismissed the claims as false. No lawsuit followed, and the matter eventually faded from headlines, though speculation continued online. Supporters of Smith argue that rumors and accusations should never be treated as proof. Others say that repeated claims naturally lead to increased public scrutiny. Long before these controversies, Smith had his own struggles behind the scenes. Before starring in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, he faced serious financial problems despite early success as a rapper. Smith has openly admitted that he spent heavily, released an album that failed commercially, and did not properly manage his taxes. Eventually, he owed a large amount of money to the IRS. He once explained that moment by saying, "We released our next album and it was a flop." According to Smith, the IRS later seized many of his assets, leaving him nearly broke while he was still publicly recognized as a celebrity. He has described that period as one of the most uncomfortable experiences of his life, being famous but financially struggling at the same time. Everything changed when he connected with television executive Benny Medina, who introduced him to powerful industry figures and helped develop the show that became The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Smith later described meeting legendary producer Quincy Jones at a private event where he was asked to audition on the spot. That unexpected audition eventually led to the role that launched his acting career and transformed him into a television star. Over the years, some online rumors have attempted to add speculation to that story, but no evidence has ever confirmed those claims. What is clear is that the opportunity helped pull Smith out of financial trouble and launch a career that would later dominate Hollywood for decades. Today, the new lawsuit has reopened broader conversations about power, influence, and mentorship inside the entertainment industry. Some critics believe situations like this reflect deeper patterns about how opportunities and control can operate behind the scenes. Others insist the only thing that matters is what can be proven in court. For now, all claims remain allegations, and the legal process will determine what actually happened. But the discussion around power dynamics in Hollywood is clearly not going away anytime soon. Now, I want to hear from you. What do you think about the allegations surrounding Will Smith and the bigger patterns people are pointing out in the entertainment industry? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this breakdown interesting, make sure to like the video, share it with others, and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives like this.